Hello everyone, it's the 2nd of November. I'm here in my lean-to greenhouse unheated, and I'm just going to give you probably a final update on my late chrysanthemums. So what we're looking at here is River City. They're pretty big. They're pretty big blooms, as you can see. I've grown them, I think, 3 or 4 up per plant, so substantial blooms. A beautiful, hard to describe color, but beautiful. Here are some younger blooms, but lovely. River City. It's a reasonable height too. These beds are raised a little bit, so I'd say this one, without any B9 growth inhibitor, we've got probably a 4.5 foot plant, so not bad. Easier to manage. And then we have, I believe, let me just confirm. Yeah, Evening Glow. Now it's going on 6 feet, if not more. Here's, I guess, the bloom that's the furthest along. It's a beautiful, undescribable kind of color. And there's some younger blooms. Again, I think I have them 3 or 4 up per plant. Again, a lovely color and a lovely bloom. And then we have the lily gallons over here. Now, because these, I was told by one of my chrysanthemum growing friends, because they're later blooms, that's why we're seeing them coming up open centered. If they had been an earlier bloom, if I'd pinched earlier and had the bloom starting earlier, they are round like a ball with, with all of the petals kind of dripping down the bottom. The centers wouldn't be open like this. But I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to collect the pollen, I'm going to freeze it, maybe utilize for some hybridizing next year, if the pollen is actually good in the freezer for a year. That I'm not sure. And then I had the same issue with my Harry G. Again, you can see that open center, again because I pinched too late and the blooms just started too late. And then we have a Seaton's Galaxy. I don't think this is Seaton's Galaxy. This looks suspiciously like a River City. Let's take a look at the leaves. So, even the leaves. Oh, well, maybe. There's the leaves of River City. There's Seaton's Galaxy. I would be expecting Seaton's Galaxy to be more ready pink versus this kind of coffee colored. But whatever it is, I'll name it properly once I see the bloom fully open. It's about the same height too as a River City, so suspiciously similar to River City. Here would be more of a Seaton's Galaxy. Now this one's labeled Seaton's Galaxy as well, so this is what I would be expecting more for Seaton's Galaxy. This is another gigantic. I'm not going to see the blooms. In fact, it feels to me, the texture of it feels to me like it's got too much cold. So I'm not sure that one's going to even open. That's called Cossack. And then up here, we have one called Orinoco, and it's a spray. And that's why it's so floriferous. But it's beautiful. I love it. It's, again, very tall spray. I'd say it's 6 feet. So give it a lot of room. It's beautiful. And then we have some Evan's Dream, which is a spider form. It's still just opening, but you can kind of see the yellowy pinky color of Evan's Dream. Very pretty. There's another Evan's Dream hiding in there with the Orinoco. This one up here was provided to me with the name of Cobb's Green, but actually what it reminds me of is a cut flower variety called, I think it's Rosanna Charlotte. Very similar. I'm not sure. That could be what this is. It's very pretty. Pink, I would say dusty pink with these beautiful green tips. And again, a big tall one, although I had it lower growing in the garden. And then down here we have, it's a Fairweather. I think this is Peach Fairweather. I have 3 blooms of it. Really small little petite little plant. I don't know if it normally grows this small. I think this is the best bloom of it, so we'll go back here. Sorry, my rosemary's in the way. I've got all my plants in from the winter, for the winter, so I'm trying to put everything away. Here's my big rosemary. So yeah, Fairweather Peach. It's beautiful. You know, these are late blooms. They wouldn't be normally this late. Again, it's my, oh, the twigs are still out. Again, it was my pinching for this year. I got this stalk quite late in the year, and so I had to pinch it late, and that's what created these late blooming plants. This one here is Judith Baker. It's described as a quill form, so it has these very kind of much thinner petals. It's very heavily petaled. The center still has a little bit left to go. Younger bloom has a little bit more reddy tone to it, and then it kind of mellows out to more of an orangey yellow kind of color. But I like that one. It's not as tall growing, so it's easier to handle as well. And then back here we have just normal Fairweather. I'm definitely going to grow more of these Fairweathers. I love them. They're very easy to grow. Now mine are under covers, and that's why, you know, they look in pretty good shape, I guess. So maybe take that into consideration. I will grow some in the open garden just to see how they do next year. That's Fairweather. And then we have, almost finishing up here, is King's Delight. It's again a quill form. You can see the center's almost opening on them. They're older blooms now. This one has been pretty easy to grow as well. Not as tall as some of the other ones, so more easy to manage. Here is a spider. This one is called Golden Rain, and there's still a lot of petal left in the center, but it eventually hangs down. All of the, you can see it's starting, the petals start hanging down, and that's why they call it Golden Rain. But a beautiful vivid yellow. I'm going to grow more of this one. It's lovely. And then we have what I feel is my favorite new variety for this year. It's called Lava. It's a spider. It again was very easy to grow. It's not that tall, so it's quite easy to have to manage in the garden. This bloom is just starting to open. You can just see the center, but you can also see the size of these. This is, you know, it's bigger than my hand. Here, let me put my hand on top so you can see maybe. It's large. It's larger than my hand almost. So nice big bloom. I think I have 4 up on this plant. Good Lava. I'm going to say one of my new favorites. Here's a younger bloom. You can see the color difference. They kind of look a little bit messy when they're still coming out, and then eventually they sort themselves out and they kind of look more like that. But a beautiful flower. I'll probably be enjoying them for, I would say, at least another 2 weeks. I don't think these are going to freeze. Being in the greenhouse here, I think they're going to be okay. So I'll have some flowers to enjoy for the next coming 2 weeks at least. And then if there's any that are not too old, I'll cut them and I'll bring them in the house. So hope you enjoyed the tour. Take care, everyone. Bye.